Hello students, welcome to this class of B.A. Part First English Literature. I am Dr. S.S.Vaidwan, Department of English, and today, dear students, we will discuss the play Merchant of Venice by William Shakespeare. As you all know, a very important play, a tragicomedy, and today we will discuss the characters of Portia, the heroine of Merchant of Venice. Portia is the heroine of the play, The Merchant of Venice, and she is the most important character of the play also. And all the action and events they revolve around her. So she is the central character of the play Merchant of Venice. No doubt, the play is entitled after the name of Antonio, the hero of the play, but the credit of the popularity of this play as a romantic comedy goes to Portia because it is Portia who defends him as an advocate and who follows some of the major qualities which are incorporated in Portia. So let us discuss what are the important characteristics, the major qualities of Portia that makes her an unforgettable and remarkable heroine of William Shakespeare's plays. And in this particular play, The Merchant of Venice, she is presented at the most beautifully drawn of all the Shakespearean heroines. Portia is the most beautiful drawn of all Shakespearean heroines, and the dramatist, that is Shakespeare, he has devoted all the findings, all the talent of his poetry and imagination in making this character of Portia very lovable and memorable. So he has shown his talent in depicting the character of this lovable lady Portia. She possesses in herself all the virtues and qualities that go to make a perfect womanhood. She is abundant in qualities. Fate has made her the heiress of countless wealth and pleasure waited round her without spoiling her or making her proud. She is not at all proud of her legacy, she is not at all proud of her wealth, and she is not hard hearted towards others. She is a very kind, gentle lady. Property has left her generous and quick in sympathy. She welcomes Jessica and Lorenzo with warm heart when they approach her after their elopement. So she is a friend in need, we can say. She is equally hospitable in her reception of Antonio when she returns from the trial scene. She appreciates the unselfish friendship of Antonio and Bosenio. She respects the friendship of Antonio and Bosenio and is prepared to make the utmost sacrifice to save the life of her husband's friend, that is Antonio. So, besides being beautiful, she is also very intelligent and witty. So, by her wit and intellect, she defends Antonio in the court of law. The most remarkable quality in Portia is her sharp intellect and uncommon wit. Her wit is intellectual and therefore always has a touch of satiric humor in it. It is most seen in her comments and summing up of the characters of her rejected suitors when all the princes and all the suitors they come to woo her and she rejects them using her intellect. Her intellect, her intellectual qualities are, of course, better brought out in the trial scene and just before it. So she presents her qualities, her intellectual qualities in the trial scene. These at once make her a woman of action, full of initiative and understanding and judgment. When Bassanio is confused and Antonio is submissive in the face of a difficult situation, it is Portia who masters the situation. With the help of her intellect, she defeats the towering intellect and revengefulness of Shylock, who was hell-bent to punish Antonio. And Portia, she uses her intellect and arguments and she saves Antonio from the clutches of Shylock. She is a woman of great culture. She has a very refined taste and a very refined culture she depicts. She is the heroine of the play, and Lady of Belmont is a woman of culture. Her manners and dignity prove that her upbringing has been in a rich and aristocratic family. This is what makes her act with ease and grace with the suitors who came to seek her hand. With the princes of Morocco and Aragon, as long as they have not made their choices, she is a model of perfect courtesy. She respects their sentiments. Again, she is tactful enough to keep Antonio clear of the quarrel about the rings in the last scene of the play. Her modest and respectful behavior wins laurel for Portia. With all her mental ability, she is free of pedantry. She does not pose at all as one who is intellectually superior to those who are around her. She never shows off. She has too much modesty, too keen sense of humor to do so. She keeps the charm of an unlessoned girl without any of the self consciousness and affectations that sometimes accompany cleverness. Along with her dignity, she possesses a degree of modesty also. Portia, she describes herself as unschooled and unlessoned. Her modesty is also revealed when she persuades Bassanio to stay longer before making his choice. In the same way, her relations with her waiting maid Nerissa show her modesty rather than her humiliation. Again, the very fact that she accepts Bassanio, who is socially and intellectually far more inferior to her in status, it reveals that Portia is not needlessly vain. She has a strong sense of honor and justice. As we have witnessed in the trial scene, Portia, she has a strong sense of honor and justice. Yet, with all a woman's a true instinct of kindness and mercy, uh, thus she could teach Bassanio how to choose the right casket, and is ongoing that she may but will not turn away from the terms imposed by her father. She respected the will of her father also. When Bassanio wins Portia as his wife, she urges him to hasten to help the friend, that is Antonio, whom he has all sympathy and consideration for. She tells Bassanio, "O love," I quote, "O love, dispatch all business and be gone," unquote. Her great resourcefulness and her self reliance is another important feature of her character. She has great resourcefulness and self reliance. The plan of going to Venice to plead for Antonio's case is hers, and we can imagine what nerve or courage its execution needs. She at once decides to go to the court of law. One might have thought that the girl who possessed these qualities essential to the part that Portia plays must be somewhat self assertive and even unfeminine. But one cannot think so far knowing her. Really, she is greatly superior to Bassanio in both determination and intellectual power. Her playful liveliness is another important character uh, characteristic of her character. In spite of her intellectual power, Portia is a light-hearted and jolly in nature. She delights in playfully disguising herself as a lawyer. When she disguises as a boy, as a lawyer, she delights in her playful arguments and making a romantic plot with Nerissa. Again, there is also a touch of pleasure in her when she fights and plays the final trick with Shylock. In the same scene, remarks about the wife of Bassanio and how she would react to his declaration of sacrifice show her playful spirit. Finally, in the ring episode, she reveals her love of fun and frolic. It shows very clearly the duality of her character, the grave and the gay. Portia, we can assess that she shows in herself a perfect balance of qualities and humor. She is the meeting point of brightness, force, and tenderness. We have in her a perfect heroine of a romantic comedy. Dear students, I hope uh, you have understood the basic qualities of Portia's character in the play Merchant of Venice. We'll continue with another important character of the play in the next video. Thank you very much.